we worked hard for. Okay, we ain't giving it up. We are not freaking giving this up. You gotta freaking fight. You gotta fight.
Let's go.
We stay high on that 504
Where we
shit.
from?
New Orleans. Say that,
Young money all day.
And you know
Pete Banks, I see you.
we stay high on
Turn
that
your radios up, man.
504 shit. New Orleans. Say that,
This is the hottest shit out. Believe it.
Look back, I took a barge in the hogs, and you know I redo the inside like the mall. Look back, I
Let's go.
on that 504
Where we
shit.
from?
New Orleans. Say that,
Young money all day.
Cuz, let me know if you can hear me, cuz. Let me know something. Can me hear me? Let me know if you can hear me now. I had to dish all that stuff and go back to it. Let me know if you can hear me now. 1 second, 1 second. My equipment had failed on me. That's what took me the longest to get straight. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Look like just my dog. What's up, Hoodie, baby? Shout out to Hoodie, man. What's up, Hoodie? Let me see. Yeah, I should be straight now. I should be straight now. Y'all can hear me? Shout out to the bros in the building. Hey, y'all, tonight, hold on, let me get my lights. Tonight, we got a special one, guys. We got a double header. Watch out. Got a double header tonight. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Of course, we got our LSU Tigers. You know, we represent anything Louisiana over here. We got our LSU Tigers taking on Florida. Decision game, World Series, College World Series. And we also have, if you're not familiar with, if you're not on Twitter, if you're not familiar with Spaces, I got to shout out to my good brother, Chris Connor. In Space with Chris Connor, he will be going live. He usually on Twitter, but they on their YouTube tonight. Shout out to him and all the good brothers on Boot Crew Media. Shout out to them brothers. So we're going to be locked in. I'm going to get him on. I'm going to put him on the screen. He should be already going live right now. And we're going to be watching this LSU game. So if you're a New Orleans fan, Louisiana fan, we got a good show for you tonight. So make sure y'all tap in. Boot Crew Media, their YouTube is actually in the link. So if you want to go back and check it out and check those brothers out, the description is in the link. Shout out to Chris Connor and the whole family. You know what I'm saying? Much love to them. And it's a major move what they're doing right now. I know y'all probably heard on YouTube, on Instagram about when KD jumped into Spaces with the guys about the KD's not top 5, but these Spaces not new. This is something that's been going on for a couple of years now. Like I said, shout out to Chris Connor because that was one of the tools that brought the fan base together on Twitter was those Spaces. So, and Larry Nance, this is actually his second time coming on there and doing it with the brother, and he's supposed to be bringing friends, CJ and TM3. So I think that'll be a dope experience. Shout out to OGJP. What's up, baby? I think that'll be a dope experience. Let me check it out. Hold on. Let me see if it's on. Let me see. So we're gonna click over. I'm gonna just share my stream, man. We're gonna rock out. Matter of fact, hold on, because it might don't be. Let me see if I can do it. Let me know. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna set my speaker off because you guys know I usually I can play everything, the sound effects and everything like that. But tonight, man, my equipment been acting up for the last couple of shows, so I gotta get that straight. You know what I'm saying? So, but I ain't gonna be able to play through the phone. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my speaker up and see if we can hear it clear. We in the building. Let's go, Cruz. Oh, Lord, hold on. Before we do that. Good hit. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Yes, Lord. Shout out to Chris in space. Yep. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Chris in space. Shout out to the good brother. Gonna start listening right now. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me get it right. I'm not understanding why. Come in, y'all. Give me 1 second, family. 1 second, baby. What up, Norm, baby? Trying to get this my YouTube straight. Got LSU right now up over Florida. Must-win game. What a great game. What a great year for LSU. Shout out to LSU. 1 second. Let's see if I can. All right. Speaker's working. Let me get it right. We getting right.
Here underneath the spaces or whatever, but should be a good show. One question per person. I'll probably repeat that a few times so we get to as many people as possible. Because I don't know how crazy this shit gonna get because
shout out to Chris Connor.
We gonna have a few people pop up that's of Larry's caliber. I think for sure Trey gonna be here, and then we'll see on CJ. But till they get up here, how to sound a little bit, y'all.
Shout out, Chris Connor. Shout out to Chris Connor on Twitter. Chris in space. Damn, it just went out on. As soon as I put the thing on, it went out. Oh, Lord, let me see. I don't know why I keep picking up. 1 second. I won't spoil anything I'm watching on ESPN Plus. Shout out to Double Guy.
Hold on. I had to come back for this. Hold on.
All right, here we go.
Nah, it's the real stroke of pulling up is not necessary. We gonna have to kill that thing.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to them.
we gonna have to destroy.
Shout out to all the family
if
too.
I get
y'all
ready pulling up, I'm gonna have to.
How's that sound? Is it too loud?
I think he even deleted him talking about the comment he had. Real stroke is crazy, bro.
LSU
it's crazy.
Runs college football. Let them know.
There's no way to market it. Like even outside of it being
you know what?
Man, he couldn't even market the nickname if he wanted to. Like TM3 wasn't good.
Oh, look, this perfect.
Was the one you had to.
This perfect. Hold on.
It's horrible.
I can do this for brother.
Right.
It's perfect. So y'all can tap in with brother. I'm gonna keep it. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, let's tap in with him. Yeah. This is what we listen to right now. And what I'm gonna do is, if I'm able to.
Yo.
Let me see something.
We're good, bro. How you doing, man? Good, man. All right. You was real about being here at 7:15. I told you. I make appointments I can't keep. Oh man, so your teammate in here, man. I'm letting you know. I'm sure you see him. So he can raise his hand. He can raise his hand and ask a question just like everybody else. All right, so Trey, I see
How's the volume, bros?
The OG said that the veteran said you gotta wait. So since you just a member of the audience like everybody else, this how it's gonna work. We doing one question at a time. And one question at a time. Ain't no 2-part questions. Ain't none of that. That's for everybody that's here. So I want to get as many people up here as possible. Chop it up. If you was in the first places, it was going to last about an hour.
What's good, Donna B?
Or whatever it was.
Good.
But we want to get more people.
Hold on, let me see something.
Love the team, love the city. I want to talk about what's going on. That's we want to be a less stressful season. If you was in the first place, it was going to last about an hour, 30 minutes, so on and so forth, whatever it was. But we want to get more people up here that want to speak and that love the team, love the city.
Listen, can y'all hear right here?
What's going on this forward?
What sound better, this one right here or the one before, guys?
Want to be a less stressful season, Mr. Larry Nance.
Oh, for sure. I'm with that. Obviously.
Sound good, guys?
Yeah, of course. I'm joking with Trey. If you want, I don't know how to send the invitation or whatever, but if you want to invite him up there, I guess I'll deal with it for a little bit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to run into him until summer league. My man's on a world tour right now, but
On this one right here.
So
the first one.
We gonna get
Ty?
before we do that. I got a problem
with me.
And
okay. All right, we got smoke already.
I got a problem, and it actually pertains to your team, man. It's your fault. I want you to scroll up to the top of the screen. You scroll up, you're gonna see it.
Oh no, I see it.
Okay. Now the picture has one of your other teammates, Dyson Daniels' face with an orange wig
on this one.
and female enhancements. I want to know. I thought I was gonna ask you exactly who created that. I don't really know. But orange wig. The problem is that, as far as I'm concerned, it's the reason that Real Stroker was put on my timeline. This picture is terrible. Picture's horrible.
Whoa.
And Dice Spike's terrible.
Whoa.
But it's the reason that your teammate decided to come up with a nickname, Real Stroker. It's unbelievable. Crazy. It's your fault. You gotta take accountability.
Okay. So let me squash this. I'll squash this right now. I'll claim Dice Spikes. That was me.
Why?
Because they're rookies.
Nicknames from both.
Because they're rookies. Yes, because he's a rookie. Dice Spice. We had Dice Spice and EJ. We had don't let
you ain't got to.
I'm not.
We don't need to know no more.
I'm not gonna let you do it. But look, I'm just letting you know we had.
Ty, none of the bros gonna be here. Ty, you want to come rock out?
We had Cardi E. That was
Ty,
EJ.
if you want to come in, chill,
We had
chop it up. You could.
I'm trying to think. We had Nick E. Minaj. We had EJ. We had a lot. Well,
right now we got Larry Nance.
Nick E. Minaj.
Anything with an E. I mean,
we got Larry Nance.
I mean, we had EJ the Stallion.
Shout out to Chris Conner.
How about this?
Hold on. Can we let Trey talk? He is just emphasizing and texting me and emphasizing his text and emphasizing his text. Oh my God, this.
Dang, y'all. Hold up.
Also, I had nothing to do with Real Stroker. That was NBA University on Twitter.
Exactly. Y'all gonna talk on my name and not let me speak.
No, I had your back.
So wait. So that was I mean, somebody come up with that.
Real Stroker.
Yeah, but you claim it now.
No, it's over. Because people's heads in the back. People ran with it. And what happened was there was a game. We played against the Sacramento Kings, and I shot like 107% true shooting percentage. And this old man. Talking about basketball.
But Tracy Brown, in no
I got you, Ty.
world, it's Real Stroker. You couldn't even market that if you could. There's no way to make it work. No. All right. Last thing, Larry, about this whole Dice Spice situation. and we're gonna move forward with people up there. You was in Cleveland. You had two teammates that had separate names, but when together.
Make sure if you're on Twitter,
you said no.
Make sure you follow Chris Conner, man. Make sure.
But Dice Fight
no, because Pooh Dicey is not embarrassing enough. They're rookies. You gotta give them like bottom of the barrel. Like we gave, like you know how rookies wear the pink backpacks and all. You gotta really let them know. You gotta really initiate them to the league.
All right.
But okay, I also want to say
LSU up 6-2, bottom of the third, no outs.
No, you didn't. I didn't remember you saying no. Like that ain't. All right, well, hold on, man. Let's get some people up in it. Yo, man, one at a time.
Shout out to Larry Nance.
Let's do one question. Let's get through a question.
Larry Nance is on the Spaces and Twitter with the Pelicans fans answering the question. Him and Trey Murphy. Shout out to everybody.
We gonna start with Rocky. Shout out to Rocky. Doing great work with the Spaces day to day. You know, showing us love, on talking to everybody. Man.
Shout out to Rocky.
You know, for a super long and stressful season. Rocky, go ahead.
What's up, Chris, man? How you doing, Larry? And what's up, Trey? I got one question for both of y'all. What do y'all think is the biggest need on the team right now?
How you want to, Murph? You want to go first?
You the old man. You go first.
Good catch.
Man, I'll pick who goes.
Good save by Cruz.
Need on the team. I mean, at the end of the day, shooting is always going to be king. Like, more shooters, more spacing on the court. That's always going to be great. You know, we got three guys that can really create for themselves at a really high level. And so giving them space is just going to make our offense that more potent. And, I mean, rim protection is always a good thing as well. You're able to stop people at the basket and hit a lot of threes. Most of the time, you're going to win the game. So that's what I would say. Would be nice to have on the team. Is it necessarily a need? Probably closer to the need side, but at the end of the day, we have enough pieces to win and be a very good team.
So I'll go a little different. I actually disagree to an extent.
That's Larry Nance and Trey.
I think the whole rim protection thing is blown out of proportion. Personally,
I bet you think. I bet so, Larry.
The way I see it is like using, for example, like for me, right? I think in my career, like this past year or whatever it was, I shot like 50% from corner threes on like 0.1 attempts a game, right? So like the percent, our people like shoot a high percentage at our rim, but don't get to our rim very often. So it's a misleading stat in that sense, and that's how I view it. So rim protection is a little bit lesser on the total.
I bet it was. Larry said rim protection is lesser.
But I would say, just like Trey, shooting is king in the NBA, especially when you have players like Z and VI and the CJ that create so much gravity on the court. The whole, when they have the ball, when Zion has the ball and Brandon has the ball, every single person on the court, all other 9 people are staring at them, right? So when you can space the court when Trey's out there, that's one less person that can be attentive to that ball, right? Where we've all seen Z and VI get even a little bit of advantage. It's taken, right? So shooting is going to be king, obviously, just like Trey said.
They walked the home run hitter.
Like we all know. My second need is going to be health. We were beating the same drum over and over again. It's just the reality of the situation. We stay healthy. We beat everybody's favorite team. So
yeah, facts. No, talk that talk.
I'd say shooting and health.
Talk that talk.
Somehow find a way to keep more guys healthy this year. I know I'm saying the obvious, but that's the biggest thing for me.
Appreciate that from both of y'all. And Trey, just a little word up. I ain't telling nobody your nickname, your middle name. All right, Chris, I'm out. Love y'all.
What you mean? You mean
If you want me to do it, I'll do it. Hey, this is the crazy places. You don't want to leave already.
I ain't gonna say, I ain't even gonna throw you out there like that. You know, it's mad love. Y'all be good. I appreciate y'all for pulling up tonight. Thanks, Chris, man, and shout out to Boot Crew.
Appreciate you,
Yeah, shout out to Chris, shout out to Boot Crew.
Hold on. Let me get everything up there. Remember y'all.
What up, Wireless, baby?
Like, no
Shout out to Wireless. What's up?
A lot of requests.
Ooh.
Get through as many of them as possible.
Oh.
I'm gonna get everything up here next. Soon as
2 outs right now. We in the bottom of the third. 6-2 right now.
Yo, what up?
2 on base.
Hey, appreciate that, Chris.
Shout out to Everett.
Like, what's going on, Trey? Hey, man, first of all, with them names that y'all just came up with, I'm so happy we didn't draft Brady on this team as y'all rookie. It would have been wild.
Oh, man, thanks. What up, Slim Sal? What's up, baby?
Yeah, but my question is for both of y'all is
Everett's asking a question
how
to
much
trade
input
in Larry
do y'all
Nance.
get when it comes to the schemes that y'all run defensively and or offensively, because y'all both been playing basketball for years, and if y'all, what would y'all implement if you could?
I'll take this one first. So I think as a whole in the NBA, the older and more experienced you get, the more say you'll have in certain situations.
Larry Nance speaking, guys.
For me this year, I got asked a whole lot about defensive schemes and scheming and how I like to play certain pick and rolls. Because with me, we switch. I'm in drop coverage. I'm in hedge coverage. Like, I'm all over the place. So I get a lot of say in that. Whereas a younger guy doesn't necessarily. Coaches don't often lean on them for advice in that realm. But AKA Trey, right? So I'm answering his question a little bit for him. But he'll have more say this year, obviously, because he's established himself as a key cog in our team. Go ahead, Bert.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like for me, the way my mindset is that I'm just gonna do my job, and whatever they want me to do, I'm gonna just try to do that to the best of my ability. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm just trying to win, and I'm not trying to, mess up the team's flow. Like everything that I feel like everything that I do isn't out of, team flow, isn't out of, selfish wants or anything like that. Like at the end of the day, like, I know me shooting the ball is good for the team.
2 strikes,
so that's
1
why,
ball, 2 outs.
I try to be very, very aggressive. Like that last 2 months of the season, it was an emphasis in my mind to get up 10 threes a game because we had to get up more threes, and I felt like me being the best 3-point shooter, I needed to get up threes. And so that's what my mindset was. It's not my job to
strike. Went down looking.
Put in offensive plays or tell them they need to run this, that, and the third. I'm just gonna do what I'm told, and I'm just gonna do my job to the best of my ability.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it, Everett. I'm curious from a kind of leading or adding to the question that Everett asked for both of you guys. Like, do you like the beginning of the year, for example, Larry? Like you mentioned earlier in the spaces that you shot 50% like on corner threes, right? And it feels like in the beginning of the year you shot more threes than say towards the end whether it was health or just how the team looked due to who was available or your own injuries that you were going through. I felt like that volume started to stop maybe some of the production. When you're in the off season right now, like how you mentioned shooting is a big part of what you would like to see added. What are you doing? I would say from your particular position as a team that doesn't have or could use maybe more shooting at that position. What are you doing? I guess right now, I guess to continue to add and be more of a threat there. I mean, the entire season from a shooting perspective.
So for me, like where I'm at right now, I'm in bodybuilding for me, right? Like, this is going into my 9th year. So right now I'm working on my body. right? Working on, and that's why I mentioned that health earlier. I'm doing yoga, right, 5 times a week. I'm working out, I'm rehabbing with PTs. I'm not rehabbing. This is going into my 9th year. So right now I'm working on my body, right? Working on, and that's why I mentioned that health earlier. I'm doing yoga, right, 5 times a week. I'm working out, I'm rehabbing with PTs. I'm not rehabbing, but I'm working with PTs. I'm strengthening my legs, my knees, everything that I need to. I'm building that foundation so that when I get to the court, I can stay on the court, right? So for me, right now, it's body work, and then later in the summer, to take you through a little bit of what I'm more focused on. I'll probably come in this year a little bit more down in weight. Like last year, I played 250, so we didn't have to double in the post.
One second. Frick. My bad, y'all. Coming.
Okay, I got Charles. Charles, what up, bro?
Yo, what's up, Chris? What's up, Trey? What's up, Larry? How y'all doing? Good. So this question is for Larry, and it's kind of a follow-up. I was going to ask anyway, but I'm glad you kind of mentioned it. It seemed kind of fairly obvious that you were dealing with some things kind of as the season wore on, and I think for me as a fan, it was really frustrating to see how well you worked in support of Jonas, but kind of going into the season, it was a little unsure, what's going to happen. You kind of want vets to be able to play at a certain pace and not have to, go so hard the entire season. And in regards, I just want to hear from your perspective, with Willie and Jackson kind of backing you up, kind of what the season was like, obviously the injury to Zion, but like there was a little bit of, I won't say, there just wasn't a lot of trust, it seemed like, from the front office or the coaching staff in regards to who's going to be a part of that cadre, kind of up front. It was really just you and Jonas, with Zion being down. And even with Zion being back, there's still an area of opportunity in terms, of supporting what you do, because it's kind of unique in the front court in terms of, the defense and everything like that. So kind of just from your perspective, like how you kind of saw the season, the support you had, and kind of what that looked like from your point of view. Because from my point of view as a fan, it was very frustrating to realize behind you that there wasn't a whole lot of reliability in terms of like actually playing and getting on the court.
No, I mean, that's a good one. For me as a player, right, I can only focus on what's laid out in front of me. And what was laid out in front of me was, these 25 minutes that I knew I was getting every night. Knew I was going to be required to, defensively, I bring a whole new thing to our team, especially with Zion's court. That's really what I was best in terms of covering up a lot of weaknesses that others may have had. But I think that's fair. I mean, look, Jax deserves minutes in an NBA team. Billy, we call him Billy. Willie Hernangomez deserves minutes. These guys work hard, they play hard, and I see it every day. Trey sees it every day. But it comes down to what, if I get put in the game, I'm not gonna ask to come out. Something happens, but like I'm not going to ask my minutes to be reduced or anything like that, or JV's minutes to be reduced or anything like that. Like, I think if you look at it going forward, like, again, if we're healthy, Zion, Valanciunas, and myself as a 3-big rotation is
fucking
really formidable. And I think we feel a lot of holes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Really formidable, but like I hear what you were trying to say. And again, these guys do deserve minutes, and they're very good. Jax, we saw in the Oklahoma City game. These guys are really, really good basketball players. It's just, what does your coach want on the court? And he just had faith in his older, more experienced guys, and I do think whether it be here or somewhere else, whatever it may be, those guys, Jax, Billy, those guys will work themselves into rotation at some point. I just, my job is to worry about all I can control.
2 outs, y'all. 2-1. 2 outs, 2-1.
Trey,
Top of the fourth.
I'm very curious in some of the stat changes that have been made,
2-2.
specifically with adding Borrego. And Larry, at some point, if you want to pitch in as well, I'm very curious from your perspective, Trey. Have you had an opportunity to speak with Borrego yet? But outside of that, what are your observations?
Big hit, almost a home run to second. Good double, almost to the wall, baby. Almost over the wall, baby.
So
good hit.
We talked.
Good double.
One of my workouts, and we had a really, really good conversation. Very informative, and I just, I'm really excited to, see what he has to offer for us offensively, and I know he's going to put us in a lot of different places to, really succeed. And I can vividly remember my rookie year when we played against Charlotte at home. Just a testament to their offense and how potent they could get. They had like 124 points or so at the 4-minute mark, and they ended the game with 144 points. And I'm just like, how do you score 20 points in 4 minutes? And like, we're trying. I remember vividly because I had 9 rebounds. I was trying to get my 10th rebound. And I'm standing under the basket, like, please let one of these come off, and all of them just open shots, and he has a lot of quick triggers. He has a lot of different stuff that he gets to.
Trey Murphy's talking about the new assistant
really
coach that we brought in.
I know he has a really good background, and he can make our offense.
Big hit. Go home. Runner scored, double, safe.
Yeah, you got to hear me?
7-2 LSU.
Appreciate it. What's going on, everybody? All right, so my question is a little different from everybody else. I'm not sure if you guys can remember, but during the Dallas Mavericks game, the fans was treated to, how they panned into the players on the bench and stuff like that. There was a shot of Brandon Ingram. I think he was stressed out in that game. He did a little quick shimmy, and I think he took like a bite of Jose Alvarado. It coined the phrase "bite gate." I'm just curious to know if you guys were familiar with that. And, what's your thoughts?
I'm following this guy.
Oh, that big numbers in the group chat. That big numbers in the group chat. Yeah, we know.
I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't understand why he did it. But hey man, that's Brandon Ingram.
Nah, him, beyond Jose and Najee, I swear, if I had like a media company, I'd like produce a reality TV show on them three, just them three and nobody else.
Yeah, no, that would be a really special relationship.
It's unique. They keep the locker room in stitches most of the time. We're laughing at them three nonstop. But no, that specific the bite, yeah, no, that went crazy in the group chat.
Something when neither of you have ever.
Bite grip gate is crazy. Good shit.
Don't know that.
Okay, all right.
They talk about fucking when B.I. did this and big fucking Jose.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Let me do my perky dance. He did a little perky dance. It felt good. He was feeling good. He's been Jose. Why he did it like Trey said, I don't know.
There you go.
Shout out to B.I.
Lock you.
Do he had to do his little perky dance.
There you go, guys.
There you go. All right, bro, go ahead.
Thanks for the longer to connect here. Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it.
Shout out to Lyle for Down Under.
Just a quick one. Obviously, I'm an Australian, and I got to meet Dyson.
Home run! Let's go LSU, baby! Yes!
Started pretty strong, and then made
9-2.
ankle injury later.
Woo! Ain't it funny?
What do you expect from him? Coming forward into this next year.
So what I'll say for Dice is I didn't have to do it, but just from being around it, I got to see D'Angelo, I got to see Alonzo, I got to see Colin Sexton, I got to see Darius Garland, and now Dyson in terms of like young rookie guards. And so in my opinion, that is the hardest position to play as a young guy. It's
LSU hit that bit. LSU hit that bit.
A lot of thinking at a really, really high pace.
I see the L, baby.
Faster than anything they're used to. So Dice, in my opinion, had a really good year. Like he did everything that I would like to see him do, including make mistakes. I've also been on teams where guys are scared to make mistakes and find themselves out of the league because they don't do anything. So I love that Dice made some mistakes. I love that he played in I love that he made some mistakes in big moments. Because now he can play in big moments. He's earned coach's trust to put him in those bigger moments. And it's especially with his size and his defensive ability and his nose for the ball, it's really promising to see him not stew too much on any mistake or a turnover or something like that. But I think Dice is.
Yeah, he did cause it a game.
I think Dice is gonna have.
He did cause it a game.
Make
a game. Make your free throws.
A really long, successful career. The kid is made for the NBA.
Oh, bro. I got some people in that chat don't think so. I guess ain't no names.
Are you waiting for my input?
Yeah. Go ahead, Trax.
Sorry about that. I would say Dyson Daniels. He's elite for his age when it comes to defense. He's very strong, has good hands and good anticipation. Just that alone, he's gonna have a spot. And I feel like offensively, he just has a good feel for the game. And he is able to, pass the ball at a really high level. At the end of the day, I need to stop saying that. But for Dyson, experience is going to be the biggest thing. Mm-hmm. And he played in the G League, but it's always just a little different from the NBA. It took me almost until end of February to finally get it to click. So everybody's timetable is definitely different, and so Dyson, I feel like he's on pace. He's doing just fine, and he has an opportunity to really become a cornerstone for the Pelicans and be a future point guard of the future.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate that, bro.
Thanks, Lyle. We got a question. Either if one of you guys want to answer. This one's from YouTube from one of our super chat followers here. This one comes from Ramis. Shout out to you, bro. Was there any disappointment in the amount of games that Brandon and Zion missed this past season? What
there we go.
Is the temperature of the locker room?
When people start coming, this is where they come from right here.
When
talk your talk, Chris.
Of unpredictability about who's suiting up night to night for a game that is as much chemistry based as basketball.
Shout out to the super chat for answering that question.
Let me get this. I'm gonna speak on it for sure.
Okay.
if anybody listened to my post-game pressers or post-game interviews after, games where BI or ZM play, you would know every single time that I said next man up mentality, and we have more than enough to win. And
that's fact.
Injuries are part of basketball, so being mad at a player getting injured is not like the way to think about this. And it's not like Brandon and Z are like, we don't want to play, so we're just going to stay injured. Like, they're in there early doing their treatment and doing all the things necessary in order to get back on the court. And so it's like, you can't be mad at them for stuff that they can't even control at the end of the day. Like, Brandon is running down the court and Dylan Brooks stops and he stubs his toe and he's out. And I'm telling you,
that was on Dylan Brooks?
Is nothing to play with. I had turf toe in high school and I went with
that motherfucker.
And that stuff hurts. And you can't really rest it because you're walking all the time. And then Zion, he's literally just running down the court and pulls his hamstring. At the end of the day, like, that happens to anybody. Like, it can happen. So y'all,
good hit.
People being, upset about injuries is just, like, I understand at the end of the day, you want us to win. You want everybody to be out there and be successful. You saw a piece of it in December, but it's not our timeline. It's only God's timing at the end of the day.
So what I'll say is so obviously with Elon's new Twitter, right? He's got this damn For You page, or what is like the For You where you can see everybody's thing, right? So yeah, I see. We all see the shit my bad. The stuff that's being said, right? We see it. It's just whether you want to see it or not. Now you got to go through and mute some. I've muted a bunch of people. I'm not gonna say who it was. It is, but like, yeah, I'm not gonna get off my social media. But like, yeah, you see what different things are being said, right? And here's one thing, right? When I was at the end of the year, when I'm playing through, from just as me, for example, when I'm playing through injuries, right? I got a lot of things going on, and things you guys don't know about. We all did. The negativity was very real. Now, does that bother me? Absolutely not. But something you guys got to keep in mind, that fans in general have to keep in mind is, okay, so I was out there playing hurt. And wasn't my early season productive self, but I was giving you everything that I possibly had and giving the team everything I possibly had. And there was frustration and negativity and all that type of stuff. So it can't be twofold, right? You guys can't play hurt and play 100%. So we can either play at because injuries, just like Trey said, injuries, we can't control it. We can rehab and strengthen. But at the end of the day, if you jump and land on somebody's foot, your ankle's going to twist. I don't care who you are. If you're running down the court and someone stops in front of you and jams up your toe, it's going to hurt. I don't care who you are. So you got to look at it then and say, okay, we either have to, like this guy, we either want him to get right and look as amazing as Brandon Ingram did at the end of the season and just shouldered us into games that we
Dylan Cruz at bat.
Needed to win. He
2
won,
outs.
Right? Because he waited to come back and was amazing. Or, and we can cherish that and love that. That's what we want. Or we can have guys soldier through pain and maybe not be at 100%, but we got to deal with a little bit of drop off. Like, that's something that needs to be thought about. And I think there is no frustration at Brandon, at Zion, at CJ, at myself, at Jose, at anybody that got hurt this past year. There's frustration for them, right? Because the person isn't. There's no one that's more frustrated and angry than the person that's hurt. And it's something that, of course, I said it when I first got on. We know we got to get healthy. We know we got to stay healthy. But there's a concerted effort to do so. And, that's something that needs to be thought about, right? We either want our guys to play through injury and deal with some drop off, or wait till we're back healthy and at 100%. But you can't have both because injuries and attrition does happen.
Well said. Guys, remember, this Spaces is not recorded on Twitter. It's gonna be posted and it's live streaming right now on YouTube. So just remember that. Also, anybody else that comes up here,
shout out to Chris Conner.
No 2-part questions. Let's continue this and keep this going. Harrison, what's up, bro? You here?
Follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm here.
Link in description of the
I got
YouTube
a
channel.
question for Trey. Larry asked 2 questions last time. Thank you for answering them. And shout out to both of you for being in here. Trey, my question to you is, with the 3-point shot being more and more emphasized since about, I'd say maybe the mid-2010s, I know you were in high school and then in college as like the modern NBA that we see today with the 3-point shot, the pacing space, the analytics boom, so on and so forth. I guess my question to you is, did you see that's where the game was going when you were in high school and college? And did you decide to put more of an emphasis on it? Or was that already something that you were good at and prolific at as a kid, rising up kind of the ranks, and that was a part of your strength, and now you thought, oh, now my value can skyrocket in the NBA because, more and more teams are looking for more shooting, especially from, the wing position. So I guess for you, was it something you were already good at and you lean more into it, or you decided to develop more at, kind of as the modern NBA that we see now was kind of evolving?
I've been a shooter since I was like 7 years old, so nah, not really. It wasn't something that I saw like the NBA, moving towards shooting. I start shooting. I just been able to shoot the ball for a long time. But I will say though, when I was a junior in high school, though, that's when I really started seeing like how much shooting was coveted, and I wasn't thinking about the NBA, if I'm being honest. Because like when I was a junior in high school, I was like 6'3".
Data G, what's up, Data?
50 pounds,
oh,
like that. So
go Tigers! Shout out to Nola, bro. We in the building.
Division I college basketball. And once I got there, go
Tigers and go Pelicans at the same damn time.
I was happy with what I was doing. I ended up breaking
Trey Murphy, speaking family, Trey Murphy.
Percentage as a freshman. And in my sophomore year, that's when I grew a little bit more. I got bigger, and I realized, NBA might be realistic. It wasn't super close, but it wasn't like a super long shot either. So shooting was always important to me. Like I made sure I just kept my strengths, and I didn't try to, work on something else and then not work on my shooting.
Appreciate that, Harrison. Trey, for the answer as well. All right, remember y'all, 1 question, no 2-part questions. Jordan, little brother, go ahead, bro.
What's up, bro?
What's up, Trey? Larry?
It's good.
Yo.
Hey, man. I don't really have a question. It's more of a uplifting statement. I do believe that in the playoffs, or even before the playoffs, Trey, you were averaging around 18 or 20, 21 per game. I betted against you a couple times. I like to bet on unders. But I think right. I think it was one game that
2 outs for the Tigers.
Remember having
10-2, bottom of the 4th.
Clippers. You put up
2 outs for the Gators. I'm sorry.
6 to 8 threes, man. That was incredible to me. But I've been watching you guys more. Just following my big brother Chris. Larry, your aura, just you being a legacy. You're Larry Nance. A lot of these
aura.
Your aura. I already understand your aura helps the team already. And Trey, you're one of the young stars of the team. And I just appreciate watching the game and watching you guys get better every day. I'm a big fan of Brandon Ingram. I just want you guys to lock in more as far as defense. Trey, I know you are one of the
best shooters in the game today.
Hurry up, man. Hurry up.
My bad.
That's my little brother. I can talk to him like that.
Yeah,
All right,
right. Yeah, Trey. I just, I understand that you guys have injuries on the team. That would just be a challenge for me to just lock in more defensively, and just put the team on your back, and tell Brandon Ingram make his free throws, man. I think y'all should have went further. I think y'all should have made the playoffs and went really far, even though you guys had injuries. So
don't forget CJ on the free throws now.
Yeah, Trey.
Well, but you being a young star, and you guys do deal with a lot of injuries during the season. That would just be a challenge for me to do, more steals, just I know it's harder said than done, but that would just be a challenge for me to do, man.
So Trey, basically just get better.
No, challenge
get better, because I got aura. I bring aura. I appreciate it.
I can now.
You bring something out of this table. We're not gonna speak about that.
Hold on. What? I bring. Oh no. Hold on.
I don't want to hear aura. I don't want to hear aura in this space.
Hey, hold on. Hey, can we please get Mr. CJ McCollum?
Oh my
God. Because Trey, he heard you call him out about 3 days. CJ, he heard you call about great guys.
Hold on.
Come on now, see.
I'll say it again. CJ, if you ain't here, brother, request to speak. I'm gonna get you up here, dog.
He don't know how to work spaces.
He's
So you got CJ there.
Respectfully.
Whoa, don't disrespect me.
Make your damn free throw. Tell him, Kai. Tell him.
Kai, you in? Or you wanna wait? You wanna wait till CJ get up there?
I want to wait. That sounds like he's got better. Kick him out. Kick him out. He's got something he needs to say. Kick it out.
Alright.
You say I'm gonna wait for CJ. You guys say CJ.
Come on, Sid.
Oh Lord. Uh-oh, here we go. CJ McCollum in the building.
Yeah. Let the guy that got the question speak, please.
Free smoke.
Ooh. Man, put your wine down, CJ. Put the wine down, CJ. Respectfully, brother. Don't cut up on him. Respect for him, brother. Have respect for him.
First of all, why y'all think I'm gonna jump off the porch and see something crazy, bro? Come on, have some more respect for me. First of all, what's up, CJ? What's up, Larry? What's up, Trey? Now, my question for TJ is this. All right, so coming into the season last year, your whole thing was, all right, I got to be this third guy. And then the Utah game happened, right? You only play so many games with Zion and Ingram. Then bang, Ingram get hit in the face. So now it's just you and Zion. So bang, you got to go back up to the 2 guy. So you comfortable with Portland. Then bang, hamstring guard. So now you got to go back to the number 1 dude, right? So you carrying all this load and stuff. And it looked like you kind of got worn down, but you still, you pushed through it. So toward the end of the season, y'all had to have that little team meeting, right? When y'all had that team meeting and it came out that y'all talked about things that y'all need to get better at and straighten up on, then those things that was reported, I don't know if this is true, those things that were reported that y'all talked about that y'all need to get better at going forward was some of the things that came back and cost y'all against OKC. One of those things was like, okay, let's get Jonas the ball on mismatches. One of those things was like, wait, we got to pay attention to rebounding, little detail stuff. What did you learn about yourself as a leader that's going to make you go, okay, I might have talked to him wrong right there, or I might have didn't tell him right there. So when you come back into this season, where you going to go, all right, man, I'm really going to take this step back and I'm going to open it up some more so that, say, a Trey can get more shots, so that Zion can lead more, so that Ingram can set lead more. Or is it hard for you as a player that you are, you average 20 points in this league a couple of years straight. Is that going to be hard for you to turn that off?
More than a couple, but to correct you, I think right here, if we're being accurate, but I think you're right about a lot of things. we all got to be better. I got to be better individually, and it was a difficult year for all of us. Injuries aside, I think the roles and what was asked of us shifted a lot throughout the season. For instance, right, Trey had a great year, but no one remembers when we traded for Josh Richardson. Trey was caught off the bench. I think people are quick to forget about the depths that we go through, the peaks and valleys of the season, because it's so long. There's so many different things that happen. I think sometimes we have short-term memory as players and as fans, and we got to realize that we lost that OKC game before that OKC game even started. Like, we had a lot of issues that we battled from injury standpoint, the rotations continuing to shift, and then if we're just being honest, if I play better, we win that game, right? Like, just being honest, injuries aside, if I play better, we win that game.
JT, what's up?
I don't think that game was indicative of our season, because our season was so different from the start of it to just BI being out, to BI and Zion being out, to everything that we went through. I think it was a really good learning experience. For one, Larry played hurt. A lot of guys played through injuries that people don't know about. Guys ended up getting surgery when the year ended, but I think all those things affected us, not just on the court, but our practices. Like, I don't know if Larry even spoke to that, but you can't practice when half your team is injured.
Fact, that's
like
true.
You just can't do it, right? And then you play so many games, I think it changes the lineups and stuff like that. But
Facts.
I think Larry and Trey can speak to this more than me. I'm not gonna talk about myself, but I just want to win at the end of the day. Like, I don't care about all that other stuff. I've made a lot of money. I've hit a lot of big shots. I've missed a lot of big shots. I've had a solid career, and I just want to win. No one really remembers anything else besides winning, and I'll do whatever it takes to win. I mean, if you look at the game after our meeting, right? I think we ended up losing to the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, you missed the Rockets.
But we played a solid game.
We did. You did.
Who we were playing against, what was at stake, what their record was throughout the year. But I think we started playing the right type of basketball. It just, when you go through a long year like that, and you get a team that's got a player like Gilbert Alexander, and they get hot at the right moment, sometimes it's just not much you can do about it. If you're not playing your A game, you're going to lose. I think that's what happened.
Appreciate that, CJ. That was great, bro. We did it.
That good shit.
Can I say one thing? No, man. We got
Let me just say, CJ, Trey, Larry, I ain't gonna ever slander y'all no more. Because y'all are real enough to come in here and answer these questions. Unlike somebody, they. I want to know about this.
Get involved.
You just slander me as often as you see fit. It's not going to change my mentality, my approach. Like, I understand what comes with being in the NBA. But there's good games, there's bad games.
I already spoke to this.
And that's you up 10-2.
CJ, I already spoke to this. CJ got out. CJ, look, Trey.
3-2, 2 outs, 2 on base.
One question. It starts going, I made a lot of money and I've averaged 20 points per game for this many years. God, bro, we're just trying to engage and answer some questions and have fun. CJ's up here flexing on folks. There's no need for that.
Hold on.
It'll drop, it's gonna drop.
Let's like move a little bit. I want y'all to look up. There's a costume up there. Y'all can make y'all own. I want y'all to all give y'all opinion on this costume. That's from my dog Donna. She wants to know if she should bring that costume back. It's at the top of the screen. Larry, Trey, CJ, any of y'all that want to partake? What y'all think about that?
I need to shut down. Short answer, no.
No. Well, what you don't like about it?
Let me look at it again.
Is it the wings?
No, it's the eye holes.
It's like Pennywise.
It's the eye holes. Look, I don't want to crush somebody.
If they like it, I love it. She tried though.
I just don't like that.
Scary. That thing was scary.
Like I had a 2-year-old and
why you trying to make me drop my location right now? What's up?
I'm just curious where you at, bro. I don't want no problems, man.
I'm in Florida. How about that?
You said Florida? I thought you were in Italy.
What?
Oh, so you're one of those people. You're the people that talk about that take pictures and post them later, look like they saw it.
Bro was working out with his shirt off today. Looked like he gained a few pounds.
What is that? No thirst trap.
Yep.
214. I see you, big fella.
214.
I see you, big fella. Okay. You break that 215. Now we're talking.
I'm gonna get 220. I'm gonna get 220 before training camp.
If you get
215,
Shane might not put you in the ring.
Hey Larry, when you talked about that corner three, all I thought about was that game where
In Brooklyn? In Brooklyn, where I hit the top of the backboard.
I love that they Joseph on live on space with us.
Bro,
shout out to Chris, man. Y'all follow Chris. He at the top of the screen. Twitter. Link of the YouTube channel in the description.
Sorry, hold on. Let me get on CJ's line. I have made a ton of money. You guys can't tell me shit. I have averaged 20 a lot.
I can't say none of this to y'all, so y'all say whatever me.
I'm the president of the NBPA. I'm the man.
Larry, ain't nobody ever said any of those. You're sick, man. And all I want to know is,
nigga say you're sick.
Next question.
Can we move forward?
Sorry. You're getting a dose of what the locker room looks like.
PJ started this. This is PJ's fault.
Blue, you here, bro? We gotta move it now. Now we got more people, man.
One out, bottom of the fifth.
Questions. Y'all got
10-2 LSU. One
out.
out.
We got CJ up here.
One strike with the battle.
Yeah, one question. No 2-part questions. Let's keep it going so we get more people. Go ahead.
Strike 2.
I got I'm running blue on the number one fan in Dallas, Texas. I come from a music and culture media background, so I'm slowly trying to transition to basketball media. So my question for all three of y'all is about the media. There was a number of reports that came out prior to the draft, like Zion and Brandon value being engaged by management and other team owners with the possibility of a trade or a trade package being offered for a higher draft pick, specifically number 2 or 3, for the hopes of acquiring Scoop. It was later revealed that almost immediately following the lottery that the same sources who were responsible for that fake news, none of those stories were true. No offer or package for Zion or BI had been made to any team in pursuit of a lottery pick. Now, has the media always picked up BS rumors and passed them off as facts like this?
Out of here.
As colleagues, how tapped in are y'all with what's real and what isn't in regards to what's happening in the front office versus what sources are saying? Like, are y'all laughing in the group chat and texting each other when the BS stories and sources are cooked up, or like y'all are not necessarily as blind to it as we are, but that can fall victim for it too?
There are sources that we all know are reliable, right? There are sources that we all know are reliable, and players, right? Like, so last summer, do we all feel confident that we're not getting moved or anything like that? No. Like, some of these, especially like now or like deadline, when big names like Z or BI or like when KD was on the market or Kyrie, no one's safe, right? Like, no one's safe. You're never really safe in the NBA unless unless you got a no trade clause or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, you just can't help but laugh at it a little bit or be interested in it. Like, I have my Shams and Woj notifications on just like everybody else. I'm pretty sure we all do. But yeah, I mean, there are certain things I read on Twitter and I'll look at and be like, that is the most outrageous trade idea I've ever heard. Or like, I saw something the other day that was like, the Sixers wanted Mobley and Jared Allen for Tobias Harris. And it's like, if there's anybody that believes that, you've got to be out of your mind. They didn't do that. The Cavs didn't get that call. There's no way. So there are certain things that being in the league, we look at and go, that's outrageous. No way. But yeah, go ahead.
Two things. One, Larry, tell them about the trade that they had me and you in with ESPN and Philly.
Oh yeah, they had me and you going to Philly for me, you, and like Z. It might have been Z going to Philly for James Harden and George Niang or something. It was like
no. I'm gonna tell you, it was James Harden, Trey Tucker, and Matt McClung. So they basically said I was Matt McClung. I was like, yo, hold up.
Yo,
we got it.
Talk your talk, Trey.
He's gonna beat you in a dunk contest and take a job on the foul. That's sick. And that's sick.
Crazy.
And I was like, you know what? I really got an hell of a play. Second thing I'm gonna say, who changed the name of this Spaces?
All I'm gonna say is that happened as soon as TJ got in.
Come on now. That said Kenneth Murphy when I logged in. I thought that you signed off on this.
This wasn't me. I didn't sign off on nothing. Chris didn't even let me in when they were talking bad about me. So I
was talking bad about you.
Great.
Shout out to
You're
Chris,
going
man.
to trial for another 3 years before anybody will say anything bad about you. Trust me. It's very true. You're good. You're good. You're good for about 3 more years, boy. You got high graces right now.
look at my profile picture right now. That's the look I'm giving you right now.
Oh, hey, we gotta let more people get questions in.
All good. Hold on, man.
Hey, Trey Robinson won the dunk contest, and they had to bring in a YouTube doctor to get him. So,
Bow, he said it.
Hey, I didn't say it. He said it. All right, y'all. Let's see. New Orleans versus everybody. What's up? Go ahead.
Hey, y'all. Good evening. Thank you, Larry, Trey, and CJ for even joining. And thank you, Chris, for hosting. This question is for Trey. Trey, I am very, very, very high on you. I think that you're destined for greatness. Do you see yourself like we're literally watching you grow before our eyes, and we're all amazed and we're all rooting for you. But do you see yourself, if given the opportunity, do you see yourself being an all-star like sooner rather than later?
Based on what I can do, I definitely see myself being an all-star at some point in my career. And a lot of that is out of your control and based off of voting and a lot of different things. But I know my ability where I can be, and I definitely feel like all-star is not out of the realm of possibilities of things that I can accomplish in my career. Is it, my main goal? No. At the end of the day, I want to win. And with winning comes accolades. So if we win, then I'm able to achieve those things. But
I heard from somebody.
Could I tell you I'm going to be an all-star next year? That's not anything I can tell you. Like I just know that I'm going to play the best. I'm going to play the best of my ability, and I'm going to compete at a high level.
Yep.
And whatever that brings with that, I'm going to be happy with.
Cool beans.
Appreciate it. Yo, Snake, you up there?
Yes, sir. What's good? I'm in my
Go ahead.
car, so I don't have any feedback, huh?
A little bit, but it ain't nothing crazy. Go ahead.
Okay, just wanted to say what's up to Larry, CJ, and Trey. I got a question, really mainly for like in the league. We always hear about like players working on this game like over the summer on the off season. Being somebody like CJ, what are the things that you like track me on?
You breaking up, brother?
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm driving. I'm sorry. I was just asking some things that being a vet. Like, what do you try to add to your game this late in your career, and also Larry being a vet and being like a role player? Is there certain things that you want to add to your game, or just try to get better?
Fine. Like the question, good shit.
CJ, you can go ahead and start that one off because the first question was to you.
Okay, I think for me at this point in my career, it's about conditioning, taking care of your body, like doing the little stuff first, right? So that I can, play 75 to 80 games a year. I think that's the first approach in terms of just making sure everything is right when the season ends. So just to give you like 30 seconds. So I got surgery in my hand, and then I, started rehabbing my torn labrum about 12 weeks ago. So just making sure that stuff is great and then getting ready to condition on the court. On the court, for me, it's about like making sure like Trey, right, like a guy who can shoot the ball really well, like he's getting touches, making sure CPI getting touches, and then having a better understanding.
What's up, Kai, baby?
Where guys like to exist at, right? Like
Kai, brother, you know it.
Call it 5 feet in. BI is like 16 feet in, but he's shooting more threes getting him more threes from the move, creating closeouts, and then we got the kid that can shoot. We got a big fella with us, which I think, one of the comments or a lot of comments is like, why don't we give the guys and paying more touches? And I'm like, I got to do a better job to recognize that and make those types of decisions for our team. So just working on the loop stuff that you don't necessarily physically have to do to better think the game, the better be. And we talked about we should win on the line. It doesn't mean shooting on it. That means play it call, making sure people are in the right spots, making sure people understand what is expected of them, and then making sure that I can consistently deliver with the right mentality and approach every night, regardless of what's going on in the game or around the game. Like I got to be steady, a better assist to turnover ratio, a better on ball presence defensively. Since I'm the head of the state, like the little stuff that people don't necessarily see. That I think makes a huge difference in success versus failure. So I think that's my mentality approach. And then obviously shoot better from the free throw line so that I can shoot the text instead of Trey. And stuff like that. Better for me. And stuff like that.
Trey the thumbs down. For me, like you said, like I'm a little bit different than CJ. For me, I feel roles. And I think it changes. For me, my summer work and like what I do each year changes depending on the role that I have to fill. Like in Cleveland, I played with the ball in my hands a lot. Like I threw the elbow, making passes, DHOs, like played as more of almost like a facilitator. Whereas in Portland, I started at 4, and now here, like I'm playing, backup small ball 5, and so like last year I played more of a just straight catch finish, roll big defensive guy role. Whereas this year, I'm going to play more, talking to our coaches and whatnot. I'll play more through the elbow with the ball in my hands and stuff like that. So for me, what I work on varies on what our coach wants from me and what our offense dictates.
Shout out to Larry.
Appreciate that, man. Thank y'all. And we won in 55 games this year. No cap.
Health matters, my friend. Health matters.
I got a question here. Shout out to Five. I'm curious, CJ. I asked Trey, and I don't remember if Larry spoke on it, but CJ, I'm really curious about your impressions and observations on adding a guy like James Borrego, just simply from how you think
good question.
some of his principles and philosophies are.
Question.
Like, what are your early thoughts, and how do you think? I mean, there's different ways that it can affect the team, but how do you think personally as an individual? Like, what do you think his style of offense is going to do for you? Some of the angle pick and roll, just some of the things and the actions that he has kind of made a name for, for himself as a coach in the league.
I've been in New Orleans all summer, so I've seen James a lot at the facility and just been able to have some conversations with him. I'm gonna get a meal with him in Vegas during summer league. But I think the biggest thing that I've noticed is he's a basketball junkie, obviously, but he's an offensive wizard in terms of his thought process, how he sees the game, the counters that he has, how he's used some of the guys that he's coached historically. You can tell when you look at Devontae Graham. I think Devontae was 6 man of the year that year, or candidate at least. One of the years Borrego coached him. James basically joked saying that Tay should give him his home out here because he calls him, he plays for him. But I think in terms of what he'll unlock, I think Larry talked about having the ball more. Obviously, there's a point Zion out there. BI's great decision maker, playmaker, and pick and roll. So being able to get off the ball more is something that I would imagine probably happens around second side or not always in front of the offense. I imagine there's more off-ball movement that will probably add to our arsenal, kind of similar to some of the ways I was used in Portland, where I would initiate some offense, Dame get off the ball some. I be off the ball as the secondary scoring option or secondary playmaker in general, or as I don't know what the word is after secondary, third dairy, fourth dairy, whatever you want to say. But I think he'll be great counters, movement pattern offense, and obviously pick and roll. I don't think we ran a lot of pick and roll had some injuries to our lineup. But I think he'll do a great job of adding some versatility to offense. Based on what I've seen and having guarded stronger in the past, I think we can expect Fred to get some more movement-based threes, and then if the young fella gets some tick, he'll get some more movement-based threes, and then obviously we'll get some more movement-based threes as well.
For sure. I'm gonna move it over here to a Rolo. Rolo, you here, bro?
Yeah, what's up? What's good?
Yeah, bro.
Appreciate you for having me up. What's up, CJ, Larry, and Trey Murphy for sure. CJ, I used to watch all the time with Portland, with Melo. You know, I'm a big Melo fan, so I watched all the time over there in Portland. So I remember how the offense was run. I remember with having Terry over there and the guys and the rosters that was built around y'all, and how they utilize you in that offense as well. That always works for the Pelicans. I think they needed something like that. They needed a vet. You know, I'm from here for sure, from Lake Charles or whatever, but I'm in Louisiana. I'm watching LSU right now. So I just want to say we appreciate having that over here, but trying to see what that's going to look like on the Pelicans is going to be amazing, especially after coming off the years that we've been having with injuries, and especially with when the 1A and 1B options go down. I want to see what you would be more so like in that third type of role, like far as shooting wise. You know, always having to be the 2-man. I wonder what it's like to be the 3-man. How would you operate off of that? You know, from being in your career where you was kind of either the 1A, 1B option or 1-2, like you're saying with Dame. At the same token, I was just wondering how that option is for you. Of course, with Trey Murphy, and for sure, Trey, man, I always been super big on you and Herb Jones since like they drafted you guys. I was just wondering, you know, as far as like having Herb Jones and his ascension and your ascension at the same rate, where do you think Herb can even be offensively? I think a lot of people look at Herb as a defensive type of player, but I know you guys kind of look like y'all hang out or y'all know each other well, just by the way y'all chemistry is. I was just wondering, what do you think his ascension can possibly be, even on the offensive end, which could possibly add something more to this team that we could possibly see grow into?
Herb,
and Larry, just appreciate your role. We're going to need that versatile big man on defense for sure. You know, I love JB, but you know, I think on defense, you know, that's your lane, calling card for that. But I always on these spaces, so I appreciate you, Chris. That's what I have my questions for all of us were. But appreciate y'all for being up here as well.
Damn, what is doing?
There you
go. I got what was the question for me?
You got something. Larry, you talking to the water, bro. You talking to the water.
Oh, can you hear me now? No, I'm sorry. I had my little headphones on. I'm playing video games all over. Well, I didn't necessarily. What was my question? I heard. I didn't necessarily hear a question. I mean, I appreciate you.
CJ.
CJ got a question.
I think he's asking me about
you being
my
a third
role
option
historically, and
you being a third option, fourth option.
I think the interesting part is that we played 10 games together with Z, VI, myself, in the lineup together. So it's not a great sample size, but I think when we were playing historically, we were able to figure things out. Obviously, being able to let the guys pick themselves, I think is extremely important. That's my role. My job is to make sure that BI and Z are the best versions of themselves out there and are able to deliver each night and be effective and be efficient and have the ball in their hands and make decisions. And when they empower you to take a shot or make a shot, I'll do that, and I'll continue to do that for them. So I can play any role. I think that's what's unique about my skill set, my ability to be on the ball, off the ball, and be able to catch and shoot, to be able to catch and make a play, or to just chill and let those guys do what they do. So I think I have a unique skill set that is built for a lot of different roles, and a lot of different opportunities come from different roles that I played historically.
LSU, 2 hours.
Trey, do you remember your question? I believe it was Herb Jones based. About I think offensive improvements of just added stuff that he can take going into next season. I believe it was something along those lines.
Yeah, I mean,
just looking back at Herb Jones' journey,
Riley
all
Cooper in
honesty,
the
going back to
bullpen,
summer
the
league,
closer.
he won't even look at the rim, won't even shoot the ball. And now, he's in the game and he's like, if I'm open, I'm shooting this like with confidence. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
that's the way you have to look at it.
Yeah,
I would say almost 75% of shooting is really just confidence. There's a lot of people who can't shoot, but they're confident, so the ball goes in the basket. It just is what it is. And so, like, his confidence is just, growing a lot. And once he gets more confident, shooting the ball, he's just going to be that more of a lethal weapon. And, he gets to the rim very well, and he finishes at a high level. So, Herb has a really high ceiling when it comes to what he could potentially do offensively because, he has, room to grow in that area.
So, I'm going to get, Doctor, you up here?
Yeah, I'm with Chris.
Okay. All right, so remember y'all, one question, no two-part questions. Let's keep it moving. Doctor, go ahead.
Yeah, first shout out Chris for you doing this, and to the guys saying thanks to y'all actually just doing this for the fans. I've been a fan since day one. I've covered y'all for now 5 years, covered the team for 5 years. This question is more, do y'all see how this is special? Like, this is a small market thing. Chris is doing great things here, and you just can't do it in big markets. And do y'all appreciate the fact that you can do things like this in a small market and touch base with the fans and really have that connection instead of going the whole third degree through the media?
Yeah, you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that's kind of why I like doing things like this. And obviously, it's awesome that training CJ here as well. But like that's, you guys, you guys never get the chance to like interact with us, right? All you get is secondhand, you get secondhand, you get stories and get to see what the Pels post and that type of stuff. But it is important to like let you guys in on, let you guys in on what we're thinking, what we're doing, like update you on the off season, like let you ask a question or two, like it's something that I know when I was, I can't necessarily say I'm a fan of the team now, can I? But like when I was a fan growing up, like I would have loved to have, so some of my favorite players on my favorite team, a question or even just, get to hang out for a little bit. So yeah, no, this is important, and obviously, Chris has done, Chris is who I reached out to set all this up, and he's been awesome with it, and hopefully this is something that we can continue to do and keep interacting with you guys, and hopefully get some more guys on here. But it's just cool to be able to give you guys firsthand opinions of ours, and let you hear from the players that you put so much time and effort into cheering for.
Facts.
So it's we appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you, brother.
Just a little way we can, say thank you and engage with you guys. It's fun. I actually really enjoy it.
Thank you, Larry. We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you. Real talk. 10-2, top of the 7.
I do a great job coming off as an awesome, as like a really nice, genuine guy. So you have a lot to do. That was beautiful.
All right, bro. We gonna move to Grub. Grub, you here, bro?
Yeah. Guys, thanks, for doing this. And Chris, of course, for hosting. I guess my question is, particularly for Larry and CJ as the veterans in this, and you've seen, coaching staffs develop. You've been part of coaching staffs that were younger. CJ got really to the end of your career, in this part of your career. You had the same coach for a long time. But as you've watched this Pelican staff kind of go through its change over this offseason with the new additions coming in and watching really now going into year 3 and having seen what you've seen, from different types of coaches, what are you excited about in seeing his development and in his growth and adaptation to coaching this team?
I'll take this one to start, but for me, obviously, like you said, CJ has had a kind of mainstay of Terry Stotts for a long time, and that's awesome. That's kind of the gold standard in the NBA is finding someone that can last a long time in the job. But for me, Willie is my 8th head coach and going into my 9th year. So for me, I've got to see a lot, rather unfortunately or unfortunately, right? It's just a matter of the business. I got to see 5 in Cleveland. But it's I think Willie. It's funny you talk about potential as players. Like Willie's potential as a coach is fun to watch as well, and his growth as a coach is fun to watch as well because he was one of us. You know what I mean? Like he was a player, so he's gotten to see some of the things that makes guys frustrated from their head coach and tries to stay away from it. And he takes what we say and tries to use it and hears us out on some of the things that we may suggest, which is at least in my experience, not that common of NBA head coaches. So I've thoroughly enjoyed working with Willie and staff, and it's cool to see him, getting a chance to put implement some of his people in different roles now. So I think it's a bright future for not just the players, but the head coaching position of the Pels as well.
Good shit, Larry. Let me see how Larry feel about it.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I thought I had somebody up here. I don't know where they went. Okay,
CJ didn't say anything. That's crazy.
There you go.
So I wonder if CJ. So
Jacob, you over there?
CJ didn't say nothing.
Yeah, man. What's up? All right, bro. Go ahead.
I just want to know if y'all like Dallas or Atlanta.
No, we're not.
What do you mean?
We're not doing it. We're not. We already took you guys. We already let you guys hear a little bit. We already let you guys hear a little bit of the group chat once. We're not doing it again.
You got to be like Atlanta.
I like Cleveland.
Boo, that's not
I like Cleveland.
Look at Trey.
Or Atlanta.
I like Cleveland, Ohio.
Well, CJ, Trey, y'all seem like y'all want to answer.
Oh, you guys can go ahead and answer if you want. Have at it.
I like New Orleans.
Media
Right,
train.
you right.
I'll let it see it, brother.
I think most cities have great room service.
That's great.
Oh, the cookies in Atlanta are very good from room service. I will say that.
Oh, this motherfucker on camera just took a picture of the glizzy.
Yeah, can we fight? You said the cookies in Atlanta. Wait,
It's gonna be a
cookies in Atlanta are delicious.
The cookies, the wings.
What do you mean? What do you mean the cookies in Atlanta are delicious? What is it? What's that? What do you mean by that?
Hey, Chris, next question. Can you spice this up a little bit?
Trey.
I mean, shit, Trey, you asked the question.
I asked the question?
Yeah, go ahead, ask the question.
Oh man, okay. Now you put me on the spot. You might have to tell somebody else to ask questions. I can think of.
I mean, you said spice it up. You know what? I got the perfect person to bring up with that. Hold on, Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? I just I wanted to know about the whole asphalt situation on the team. I really just want to know what's the perfect.
Wait, what?
Well, hold on.
What? Spicy.
Yo, relax. It's Pride Month. Relax. I'm chilling. All right. Hold on. I just want to know what's the balance between like being an asshole on the team and not being an asshole on the team, and who can be bad on the team, and how many I guess jerks can you have on the team, how many do you need on the team?
Go ahead, Trey.
Let's just be first.
I mean, I want to hear what y'all have to say. I'm eating right now.
You're number one, so you probably need to.
CJ is number one. We confirm that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're number one.
Yeah, we can.
So why should I speak to this if y'all are talking about it? Y'all should speak to me.
Okay, for example, me and Trey have been on the spaces for an hour plus now. And have we mentioned our net worth or our point per game? No, we have not. CJ's first question he took his first question and said, yeah, I'm rich as shit and I've scored a lot of points. So there's my answer.
Larry, that is crazy.
Well, he ain't really say it like that, but I can.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, how many times have we had Trey didn't do that?
Larry, well, Trey can't do it yet.
See, look.
Real soon.
Here he goes.
All right, hold on. I got another super chat question, and I'm gonna move to James. This one is from Hoodie. It says, "What are you guys' thoughts on EJ Liddell and Jordan Hawkins?" I think this is the first time we actually even talked about Jordan Hawkins today. So yeah,
So Larry's number 2 on the asshole list. So he should.
What up, Dot, baby?
I think EJ.
My people, baby.
I'm excited. I was texting
you know
EJ
it.
earlier today. I'm excited for EJ in Summer League. I think he's got a real chance to be in a position to play the position that's becoming more and more important in meaningful games, right? Like you see on every team, there's kind of like Memphis is Brandon Clark. Boston had Grant Williams and a little bit of Al Horford play that role. Like obviously, like I play that role for us, like the backup kind of small ball big guards 1 through 5 and does it, does a little bit of like, plays, play that position. And he's got a real chance to be a player at that position. And I'm just, I'm excited for him because his rehab's going great. And, he's looking more and more fit and I think he's going to have a great summer league. So I'm super optimistic on EJ. But, obviously, you guys saw my reaction on draft night when we drafted Jordan. Shooting is at a premium in the NBA, but I haven't been in the gym with him yet.
Brewski Roo!
So go ahead, big fella.
That was beautiful. EJ looks great, by the way. I don't know.
CJ McCollum talking about EJ.
He finally like a basketball player instead of a football player. So his body, how he's moving, shooting the ball well. I catch him in the gym on the weekends, late at night. Like he's really putting his time in. Happy to be able to move around again. He's a guy that doesn't take the game for granted. So I'm excited to see his growth, like Larry said before. The Jordan kid, movement shooter, can make decisions quickly, pick and rolls, off the ball as a secondary guy, come off pin downs and can shoot, can drive it, can make the right play, the right pass. I think Trey talked about shooting is really important in this league, and the guys that we have on this roster create and generate open shots for players, especially Z and BI. So being able to have guys that can bounce off of them is extremely important in this league, and there's a huge priority, huge emphasis on shot making, and I think the more shooters that you can have, the better, especially when you make decisions too.
CJ, opinion on
Trey, you got anything to add on EJ or before I move on?
Yeah, I'll be short and I'll say EJ shoots the ball, and he has made a lot of strides because when he first got to the Pelicans, his jump shot, it was almost like a line drive, and now he's spent a lot of time and he's getting a lot of arc on that shot, and he's giving the ball a chance to go in the basket. And so he's made a lot of big steps. He's been back to his normal athleticism that he had in college. And then for Jordan, I actually watched them play a regular season game. I can't remember which one, but I saw him run around 2 screens, not get the ball, pass it back, or he got the ball, pass it back, and ran around 2 other screens and hit a fadeaway movement shot. I was like, yo, that's different. Like, you don't see that in college. And so I saw early on that he could really shoot the ball, and it's good to have him on the team. I have more shooters on the court. It's always good to have more people that can shoot the ball on the court, so there's a lot more space.
Appreciate that, man. I'm gonna let these guys go in about 20 minutes, y'all. It's been about close to 2 hours by the time we hit this. I think like 9 o'clock to let them out of here. So let's keep the questions short, keep it moving so we get as many out before we get out of here. James, you up here, bro?
Whoa, what's down? Seriously, CJ, bro. I've been watching you for a minute, son. And every time I watch you play, bro, I always wonder why you got a flat top. So it's 2023, bro. Why you got a flat top?
I ain't mean to laugh, bro. My bad.
So I've been wondering this for so long, bro. I finally got a chance to ask you.
I appreciate the question, bro. I just like to keep it nice and easy, bro. It look like a flat top on TV, but I don't think it's a flat top.
Fucking right. It really look like a round top,
Yeah, right. But I'm gonna let you slide, dude. Because you know.
He is from New Orleans. This man is from. He said, you heard me? I've been trying to put that no vocabulary on that one, and baby.
Yeah, you ain't got
baby, you heard me? I'm trying. Those are the two I'm working on.
That's all it.
Yeah, you got to fly something.
Yeah, man.
So look. Hold on, man. I gotta. Hey, James. I really. If we had more time, we could have. That was great, but I gotta keep it moving.
Facts. Shout out to my dog Brewski Root.
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Make sure y'all holler at Brewski Root.
Hey, man, yeah, first things first, real quick, man. I just want to give a shout out to y'all, bro, coming in the trenches and fucking with us for real. I feel like a lot of players, you scared of a situation like this, you hear me? But, y'all stepped up to it, man. So y'all got nothing but love and respect coming from this way. First things first, I want to ask this to Trey, only because I ain't gonna lie, CJ and Larry, man, like y'all kind of old. Like y'all ain't old in the regular world, but you know the NBA age niggas like dogs and shit. So I need a young nigga opinion on this. Look now. 30 years. How old we in the same age bracket? We in the same age bracket, man. I'm 31.
You don't get to call me old.
So y'all old. Hey, look, I'll be old. I'll be old. I accept you, feel me? But so Trey, man, I know you probably done heard some of B.I. music that we ain't privy to, and I just want to know your opinion. If you had to say he's a top what rapper in the NBA, and then for the rest of y'all, I want to know if you could pick one team that you feel like there's a rivalry building between y'all and there, who would you say?
For B.I.'s music, in all honesty, I think he's probably top 3. And that's not saying a lot, in all honesty, because a lot of dudes cannot rap at all. But who's top 2? CJ, you try to lead me into something that I don't think top 2.
Walk 11-2.
Who's your top 2?
I think it's Dame and Lou Will.
Oh, that's not who I was gonna say.
I mean, I'm not listening to Miles Bridges. I can't.
Bro,
I cannot do that. I can't.
I'm so scared.
I'm not.
Bone, shout out to Bone, shout out to Miles Bridges. Both of them are tough. I can't lie to you. Miles Bridges, he was in the league last year, so I don't know the count and rankings, but yeah, I like his. He make good music, bro. Like I'm young, so like I listen to that type of music. I understand you a little older.
All right, Trey. All right.
There it is. Older.
I said older. I ain't say old. So
yeah, he's a little older.
CJ, you're older than me.
All right, man. Hold on. What else I got up here?
The rivalry question, though, I wanted to know the answer for that.
Oh yeah.
I'm from DC, not New Orleans, but it's
Don't
close.
do that again, Charlie. You know better. That was terrible.
Nah, that wasn't me. That was one of them, man. That wasn't me.
Don't blame me. I've been on mute.
You said it, Larry. Anyway, rivalry. If we're gonna, there's an elephant in the room. Obviously, us in Phoenix, we had our battles. Definitely the home last year showed that. The playoff series showed that. CJ and Larry might not want to say anything about it because they try to be a little political, but I'll just say like Phoenix obviously is one of the teams that we don't see eye to eye with, and that's probably what I have to say for a team.
How's that? I think you're correct. You don't be political.
In the playoffs multiple times, multiple years. That's the only reason why I don't think we have one, because we ain't been in the playoffs multiple times and played teams over and over again. So that's just my opinion.
All right, hold up. Donna, you up
Yeah, man.
Whoa, I'm here.
Hold on. 1 second. Jamal, you next, bro. Donna, go ahead.
Okay, this is for Trey.
and I don't want a humble answer. As the next superstar in the NBA, how did it feel to be robbed in a dunk contest?
In all honesty, it don't feel too good. It hurt my soul. And you know, my mental was a little messed up after I got a 48 on a dunk that I should have got a 50 on. Especially because I haven't seen anybody do the self-lob windmill with your heads around. I ain't seen nobody else do that. And I got a low score. So my last dunk, I wanted to make sure I made it on the first one. So, you know, it hurt me a little bit, in all honesty. I can't promise you that I'll do dunk contest again, but I'm gonna have to bring home a different trophy for All-Star weekend.
3-point contest.
Appreciate that, Don. John, you good?
Yeah, man.
3-point contest.
All right. So something I always want to ask NBA player or players. So anybody can take this. So when y'all started the season last year, obviously y'all got off to a high start. And it kind of felt like y'all were putting the league on notice a little bit. And then injuries and things kind of conspired to bring y'all back down to earth a little bit. And so my question is, as a player, how do you handle that mental? Because the NBA season is so long. Like I don't think people even appreciate it totally. But how do you keep your mental in a good place when sometimes you may have a yo-yo season where you're high and it feels like the evil plan's coming together, and then things happen and the wheels, you know, kind of come off a little bit, and you have to try to like correct course and get back on track. How do you guys handle that up and down of a long NBA season mentally? Like, what's your not coping mechanism? It's not that traumatic, but you know what I'm saying.
Sometimes it's as simple like we a lot of times as simple as like we don't have time. You don't have time to like really sit around and sulk or like woe is me. Like there's a game tomorrow or the next day, guaranteed. So a tough loss doesn't. We may not even spend as much time covering a tough loss or covering, you know, certain things that we should be covering because there's another game tomorrow. So yeah, like it definitely catches up to you, like the rigors of the season, especially the kind of year we had, very up and down, but at the same time, like you can't get too caught up in it, because if you get caught up in it, that's how you spiral, right? Like, and granted, we had a spiral, but I don't think it was because I know it wasn't because we were caught up in what was happening. It was because we were hurt bad, and guys were asked to play roles that aren't normally asked of them, and it was just everybody's out of sorts. So
Larry Nance.
for me, at least, oftentimes I don't get to sit around and think about what happened, because it's always on to what's next.
Okay, I guess somebody's gonna stop me.
Well, you know,
all right.
Dylan, you up there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, bro. We got about less than 10 minutes, so yeah, about 10 minutes left.
All right, quick.
Keep it quick.
Appreciate you as always, Chris, for doing this. Appreciate all of you guys for jumping in here. Just a quick question for Larry and CJ. You guys, Larry, you got drafted in Cleveland the year Rob returned. CJ, you got to play against Kobe and things of that nature. I just want to know, what's the aura like when you're playing against guys like of that ilk? Obviously, you guys are pros in your own, and all you guys have talent and gifting. But for those guys at that level, what's it like playing against guys like that and seeing those type of guys on a day-to-day?
So, like my rookie year was Kobe's last, and then I got traded to Cleveland. I got to play with Brown, so I've gotten to, and then obviously Dame as well. So I've gotten to see some pretty talented players up close and personal. But it's not like, yeah, obviously, like you said, we're professionals too, and we're great at our craft and all that type of stuff. But it's impossible to take that little child, that child portion of you out of it. That's just like getting to see these guys, right? Like we grew up watching Kobe and Bron. Like I'm from Akron, Ohio, so getting to be on this guy's team, was something that I didn't take lightly. And I watched every time he was in the gym working out. The same thing with Cole. Whenever I got to be in the gym with him, like I watched and really, you know, you really gotta, you know, treasure that because, you know, again, like we're all pros, but you know, those are the 1% of the 1%, and you know, for me, it made me like playing against them. You just want to beat them. That you want to, you know, beat them that much more, so you can, you know, you say you did it, and that competitiveness comes out. But you know, on a day-to-day basis, it's just such a, I don't want to say, I mean, it's an honor playing alongside those guys and being able to, you know, help write their stories. That's how I view it. And so, you know, when I'm done, I'm not old yet, but when I'm old, I'm gonna be, you know, sitting telling my kids how, you know, I was on the court for X amount of minutes of Kobe's 60-point game, all this type of stuff. So, you know, it's something that I don't take for granted, and you know, I try to collect as many jerseys as I can of guys that are really special in my opinion.
EJ, you good?
Yeah, what's good?
I'm a request that you ask CJ. I know like Larry and Trey been up here.
CJ.
So direct whatever question you have next for Mr. McCullough.
So you already know I was gonna ask CJ something. I gotta ask him. Okay, so we know that you talked to Magic, right? And like I think that was like an interview and something like that. So I just want to know, like, you gonna play like a more like passing role? Like, can we get like at least like 8 assists out you or something like that for like next season and stuff? Cause I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't like the way that Willie Green kind of played the team in like some location and stuff like that. So I was wondering if it's gonna be more of like a go-to to like pass more, like make more assists and play make more for the team.
He's saying ball.
I ain't no Magic. There's only one Magic. But I think for us, it's a lot of things, right? Decision making for myself, making the right plays, making the right passes. There you go. If you look at how we started the season, my assist turnover ratio was really, really good to start the season. And that would coincide with our team being really, really healthy, which means you got to do less. It's easier to make the right plays. It's easier to get an assist when you can throw the ball to Z. We're just being honest. Let's just start with saying that. It's really, really easy to get an assist. So a guy that's and then you add a guy who's almost 50, 40, 90, hit tough middies. Really, really easy to get assists. But when you take both of those guys away, it becomes a little bit more difficult. Get assists. But
12-3.
Talk about playmaking. You can play make all you want. Get in the lane and make plays. And I got to get better at doing a lot of stuff, and I will. But for me to average 8 assists, we got to, or Trey got to play a lot more minutes. So just being honest, that's saying a lot without. I get where we going at.
Yeah, we just gotta stay positive. We can do it. I promise you.
All right, 2 more questions and we out of here. Scott, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, Chris? Appreciate it, guys. I'll get right to it. For 3 of you, the perception of the team, you could probably tell some fans have a chip on their shoulder. They feel like maybe the team's viewed a certain way nationally versus locally. Some of it there, some of it not. Whatever. I say that to ask you guys this. What was your perception of the franchise, how it's run as an organization before you became a member of that franchise, and has it changed at all? And that's all I got. Appreciate it, guys.
I'm gonna go first because Larry will have a long ass answer for this. I think from my perception of the city and my experiences here have always been short, and they had always been, around Bourbon Street. Losing in the playoffs here, I had a really good idea what the fan support was like. It was shaking. It's basically like a party in the street. Before the game, it was a party in the street. After the game, so I kind of understood that if you do what you're supposed to do, on the court, the fans will love you. They'll support you. And if you really love this city, they'll love you back. So that was really cool to see that come to fruition and to be able to experience that. But in my heart of hearts, I knew this was a football place. Like, this is a football city where the Saints are like, it's like having 2 kids. Like, that first kid is really, really important. It's your first one. The Saints are like the favorite child of the city, if you will. But now I think we're changing the tide as we continue to compete, continue to get better. It showed that we're one of the better teams in the NBA. I think fans are starting to appreciate and understand now we have a good team as well. Trey, you want to answer that, and then I'm gonna end with the optimism.
I mean, it's only Larry speaking. I mean, I've only been in the league for 2 years, so I can't really get too much on that on the before. So,
Larry, go ahead.
I'm on the spot.
You on spot, brother? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought I did my talk. I thought this was CJ's question, but I sure. So for me, I had never been in New Orleans. I had just played here, or played like a few road games here, and I had spent most of my career in the East. So it was once a year I come here, and it was we got beat. So anywhere you get beat, I didn't love it, right? Like, it was just, I hated going to Golden State. That's an L. And but for me it was getting here
3-1, no outs.
Seeing the fan support and seeing how the front office and Griff, who I had a prior relationship with, and Willie and the people that are running the organization are doing such a good job of putting people first, right? That's a big thing for me. Like the NBA, as rich of a league and important of a league as it is a business of people and relationships. So, when I find a team in the front office that values that values the human aspect of it, that's a major thing for me. And I feel that they do that here. I feel that they genuinely care about us as people and want us to be, better human beings. And Swin is a major part of that. And Trajan, all these guys, they're not just they don't just care about us because of the numbers we put up or the wins we bring them. Like they want us to be successful people, and I think that's hugely important. And so I was unaware of all that before I got here, but getting here, I think me and CJ both signing our extension speaks to how we feel about the city now. I'm happy here. I know he is as well, and I've come to really love it.
13-3.
Except the summers. The summers are too hot.
13-3.
LSU. The summers are too hot.
Here. I want to hear about summers.
What? You're right because you're right. It's too hot. That's why I'm not there.
Beautifully.
It's hot. It's hot. Like I talked about earlier, how you can see like people's tweets from the For You page. Yeah, it's hot. I see all that. I'm good.
It's beautiful right now. There, it's like 96 by like 11.
Yeah. See, sweating when I don't have to. That's a tough sell.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I love New Orleans.
Look, I like I just said, I do too. Summers are too hot for me.
It's a little on the hot side. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm just trying. I'm just being real.
All right, optimistic. You got the last question, and then I'm gonna let Larry, Trey, and CJ put together their closing remarks on everything, and we're gonna get them out of here. Optimistic, go ahead.
Hey, what's good? So my question is, when you guys are playing like ones or King of the Court or some shit, who's someone that's unlikely that's really good at that, like playing ones? Like, does like CJ ever get to like here every once in a while? You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
Najee Marshall. Najee's a good.
He's hurt while he's playing, so like you don't want to play no more.
Najee.
Don't play 22 or 21 with Najee. That was what I was saying.
No elbows, easy.
Trey. What you play, CJ?
14-3.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's Larry's fault, in all honesty.
Whoa.
Because if I would have tripped over Larry, I wouldn't have got mad. And then, we
Wait. I had nothing to do with this.
You were on the ground. I got moved.
Right. I took the charge. It was a dead play. What do you mean?
And you could have got up and you just laid
there. Yeah, because it was a charge. I was trying not to get stepped on.
I'm sorry.
What you did? What you did?
I just thought it was funny. We was really competing. We had some really good rights.
Yeah, there was times where CJ was definitely hearing it from a few people as well. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Flo, Larry, CJ, Trey, man. Listen, I really appreciate y'all doing this, man. To be honest, I've been, since I've been doing spaces, I haven't seen this type of setup where players, the actual team comes and kick it with the people, with the community, and Larry did it, of course, earlier in the year. I know Antonio Daniels has been in here and stuff, but this is dope, and I'm glad that y'all was able to do it. I hope from here on we get no more missions of dice bites or real strokers, and we good. Y'all good with me. Everybody stay healthy. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. Final remarks, and then we'll close.
Final remark. I didn't put together a thesis statement.
That would be. You want to thank anybody? I mean, we doing this again.
Oh no! I mean, look. I'm definitely gonna do this again before the summer's up. Possibly a few times. We'll see if something happens. Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys. I have fun answering the questions. I think I enjoyed training CJ being here with me. Obviously, hopefully we can get a few more, get a few different voices in here every now and again. So appreciate you guys.
Let's go, Larry. I see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. We fuck with that. Appreciate you, Larry.
Age before beauty. I appreciate y'all letting me in the spaces, man. Larry's a good dude. Larry's a really good dude. So shout out to Larry. Shout out to our Pels fans, man. We know the year didn't end the way that we wanted to. For all of us, players included, for myself included, and we take it personally when things don't go our way and that we don't have the type of season that we want to have. I think everybody's really working, and I can see it. I haven't been to New Orleans all summer. I can see the look on people's faces. Just the seriousness in which they're taking the game. Obviously, Trey's put his work in. BI is, God bless the dead. He's got a Kobe-like mentality in terms of his preparation and how he's seen the game, the taste of success that he had. Really looking forward to getting back on the court with Z and everybody and putting together something special. So I just want to thank our fans for the support. And we know shit didn't end the way it was supposed to. And a lot of that was me not playing the way I was supposed to. Obviously, had injuries and things of that nature, but we're really looking forward to the future. And the work never lies. I'll leave it with the work never really lies. We're really going to try to put together something special. And I think if we're able to do what I think we can do, man, fans will be really, really happy with some of the peaks and valleys we've gone through as an organization.
I guess that leaves it up to me. And once again, I appreciate y'all for embracing me and continuing to support me. Love is definitely mutual for you all. I love New Orleans. New Orleans has done nothing but accept me and show me a lot of love. So once again, I appreciate y'all for that. Larry, CJ, appreciate y'all for being good OGs, good vets to me. We joke a lot, but at the end of the day, y'all drop a lot of knowledge for me, and I'm super appreciate it. A lot of people don't get that as young guys in the league, and it's once again it goes unnoticed sometimes. Well, it doesn't go unnoticed. Sorry, it doesn't go unnoticed, and I could say a lot, but I'm not gonna say too much about what y'all do. Chris, appreciate you for hosting this and allowing us to join in. Larry, mute yourself again, please. I don't play hearing you talk.
I had something good to say. My bad.
Mute yourself, please. And yeah, once again, Chris, thank you for having us there. And I'll say my last two things. Well, three things. One, I love y'all New Orleans. Two, Chuck, you ain't funny. Don't tweet that out. That is not me. And NBA University, love y'all. I really love y'all page. I do a lot of great work. But the real stroker has we're gonna have to put an end to this because it's getting some bad traction and fans are spoken. So I think we gotta put an end to it. I apologize, but yeah, it was a good run, and yeah, that's all I got to really say.
The last thing I will say is
And
obviously we saw Denver win the championships this year, right? And it's the first time in a long time, but what is to be said and considered for you guys to think about going forward is you got to look at Denver's trajectory, right? That's unless you build a super team, that's how winning is done. That's how culture is built. That's how teams win titles. You make the play-in, right? Then maybe you make the first round. Then maybe you make the second round. Then maybe you make the first round and lose again. Then you make the Western Conference final. There is no straight line to a championship. And again, unless you put LeBron, Steph, and KD on the same team, right? Like we've seen before. But we're taking our lumps, right? We're learning, we're getting better, we're learning how to win and learning how to build this team going forward. So that's all I want to leave you guys with is be patient with us. We're building something special here. And again, there's going to be lumps, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, but at the end of the day, we're going about it in the right way. And Denver is a testament to that model. So just keep that in mind. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate all of y'all, man. All the people that pulled up, all the people that's been,
much love to Chris Conner, man. Follow him on Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channels in the link in the description.
For reaching out again and want to do it, and CJ and Trey for pulling up and kind of kicking it with us. I appreciate all of y'all to answer questions. I gotta get this read out and we out of here. Spaces are presented by the Birdsall Law Firm, located at 918 Give them a call at 504-523-5413. If you or someone you know has been involved in an accident, be sure to mention we sent you. For Larry, CJ, Trey, Boot Crew, myself, appreciate y'all. Yeah.
Much love, man. Hey, man, once again, shout out and follow to Chris Conner for putting this on. This was CJ McCullough, Larry Nance, and Trey Murphy in Spaces on Twitter, answer the questions with the fans, man. So much love to those brothers, CJ, Trey, and Larry. As real. This is Larry's second time doing this. Shout out to Larry, man. That was real, man. That was a great content, man. Shout out to Chris again. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. The link is in the description, man. Subscribe to it, man. Follow Chris on Twitter. What he doing, man? Bro, listen. When I got on Twitter, I only got on Twitter just to get information. I know Twitter is the most fastest, reliable sources for news and entertainment and all that. So when I wanted to find Pelicans news and a family base, I ran into people like Rel. Shout out to Rel from one of the co-founders of Pel 12. James, who was on there. I followed Chris and all them, and he was on Twitter. Them boys, put everybody together. Shout out to Rocky, shout out to Everett, all them that be in that regulars from day one. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the LSU game. So, but yeah, man, shout out to, make sure you follow them, man. If you want Pelican fan base, news, content, and everything else, he got a segment, Chris in Space, dope content. Check him out, man. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. It's dope content, man. Real talk, man. So shout out to that. That was dope. We about to finish this LSU and Florida's game. You know what I'm saying? Bottom of the 8, 1 out. Let's roll.
Abigail was the starter and just didn't have his stuff tonight, so he came up quickly.
Bottom of 8.
The disappointing calls were
1 out. Two strikes. No balls. 0-2 count.
With that 33 home run potential in his back that we've seen this year realized. You lean towards pitching.
Man, that was dope, huh?
99. Yeah, it's fascinating that he's hit 33 homers and has 90 ribbies, and I still think his highest ceiling's on the mound. The reality is he plays in an era now where he doesn't have to make that decision, and the team might let it play itself out.
Strike. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8. 14-4. 14-4. Let's go. Up by 10.
That's been a tough night for Kenny.
Huh.
3 strikeouts was hit by the pitch, and obviously
Made his knee down there, touched the ground. Lord. Huh. Strike. 14-4. First pitch. Huh. Strike. Huh. Hit. Shortstop first. Safe. Bad throw. Bad throw.
So Rivera will reach.
Run on first. 14-4, bottom of the 8, guys. 2 outs.
The offense has made a gigantic jump this year, and he's proven that he hit the ballpark and dropping runs, but that glove is going to allow him to play this game for a while.
There you go.
18 Bryant's belt.
Strike.
Strike one.
81. Should I change him or swipe?
3 wins on the season. They went 19-10 in the SEC. This will be their first World Series title since 2009. Or Skip Pertman was the man from the mid-'80s to the 2000s.
Strike.
And I mean, it feels like a while for the Tigers because that's just what an incredible run they were on from 91 to 09. They're back to the mountaintop now.
Oh, choppy. Come on, second base. There we go. Out. 14-4. Top of the night. Let's go. Yeah, the Tigers. You already know. Shout out to the basketball and football team and this baseball team. Football team didn't win the championship, but they balled out. Women's basketball championship. Men's baseball. Let's do it. We support everything Louisiana and New Orleans. Believe that. We putting a beam on you. Believe that. This is my favorite saying to anybody that's from New Orleans that have other teams. Never go against the home team. Never go against it. I don't even watch baseball, but guess what? I played baseball, did coming up. I did play middle school baseball and park ball. Not in high school though. So you know, I love baseball, but by us not having a major league team. When the Zephyr was here, I used to catch some games. But now it's not having a major league team and things like that. I just was never interested in it. But boy, if we get a major league team, we're going to support, going to watch. You definitely need that little intermission. We need a little gap, huh? From basketball season to football season, you know? We got summer league that bridges in a little bit, but, you know, it's a gap. We get a major league baseball, which I know is going to be hard, and I doubt it, but that'll be an awesome bridge of the gap. You know what I'm saying? Have football, sports year round. Wifey wouldn't love that too much, but hey, you know how it goes. Yeah, man.
Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
LSU 14-4, top of the night.
The LSU Tigers have got a lot of people that have contributed to this run through the course of the season.
That's indeed, man. This has been a straight team effort, dog. This is a very talented LSU team.
Angel Reese, Dylan Cruz, they point to the finger, and that means we are going to be national champions. Yes. Angel Reese tweets out, baseball team, national champs 2. Heard you. He gets another one. We thought the triple was the end. Yeah, we get one more. We did. LSU has won 6 national championships.
Here we go.
In 18.
We're going to watch it to the end of the game, and we're going to call it a wrap, man. I appreciate everybody like it. Oh. Good hit. Good hit. Middle of the field. Good hit. Cruz. That boy's a star. Dylan Cruz, boy. That boy's a star. He cut up in this series.
I don't believe it's 4 more hits tonight.
In this run, that boy cut up. This has been a very, very great, entertaining baseball being played by LSU, man. All their games been very good. Going into extra innings, been some awesome nights, man. Shout out to LSU. Shout out to LSU.
We'll have a whole bunch of memories. 4 more hits for Cruz. All lasers tonight.
There you go.
No softies. 108 hits on the season.
That's going to be out. Oh, can he catch it? Can he catch it? Oh, foul. On the side of the bat.
So Paul Skeens has come in from the bullpen. And unless the interest in that help, there's an indicator. I think we're going to see Skeens unless he's fooling everybody. Going to see him on the mound tonight. Trade one more side of Paul Skeens for a national championship, wouldn't you? Take the ring. Not worried about that. No. Yeah, part of what you hear.
Tommy White, big tank.
They have a team that wins as many as they do is this chemistry thing. But Johnson has had that together all year. And you bring in a bunch of guys from the portal and have them fit in.
Strike.
That's
I call
not
it ball.
necessarily the easiest thing in the world to do.
No, and that's where
2 balls, 1 strike.
You have to do guys, Brady Joe Barrow, Kitty Belonso coming up so important. You've got guys that all 4 of them grew up around there, led this program from the time that they were growing up. They've welcomed them all.
One answer to a 24-4 loss.
What an answer. Say right. Never go against the home team. Put that in the thread. Let's go Gators, huh? Huh?
Any team that's ever played at a high level all has a story of the day where it went sideways on them and they were able to flush it and recover. This is about as loud of an example of that as I can remember on the biggest stage.
Big. Full count.
We talked about it yesterday.
3-2.
When you lose like that, it's about 6th inning, 7th inning. Emotionally, you've kind of already started. Yeah, and like you said, it was a day game, so there was extra time to recover. Of course, once that offense got rolling, it was all downhill from there.
What a hit. What a hit. What a hit. He going to third. Dylan going to third. He going home. He going home. He going home. Stupid. 15-4. Thrashing the Gators. Thrashing the Gators.
We've all been impressed by how he gave Cruz run the bases. Dylan Cruz got another gear. When he goes, it's a blur.
Yeah, when he smells another 90, there's a little bit more of the tank. It's the exact same thing right here down the line. I mean, he thinks. Not thinking anymore. He pulled up just for a minute. Thought maybe he was going to get the stop sign. Did not. Scores all the way from first base, and Tommy Tanks drives in yet another one.
That ties in for the national lead with 105 ribbies. Look at Cruz started the day with 97 runs, and he scored 3.
Shout out to LSU. Shout out to LSU, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Since about the 4th inning for LSU.
They say been a party since about the 4th inning. Lord. 16-4. Y'all was on top of the mountain, huh? Y'all was on top of the mountain, huh? Huh? We back. Shout out to LSU. The second inning, boy. And I'm gonna tell you, if you were watching that first inning, you was like, "Oh my God, fucking Florida 2-0, possibly more could have went, but LSU survived that storm, and in that second inning, they cut the fuck up 6 runs."
It's incredible what those two have been able to do. And the Tommy White batting average with Dylan Cruz on base, that's unheard of.
It actually went down tonight. No, it didn't. It went up. He's 3 for 4. Yeah, 750 tonight. So we're 700.
Yeah. That's just a really strange, incredible number. That's a great scene there. Unfortunately, one guy, Alonso's got crutches. Jim Hunt from the Ultimate Teammate, transfer from Air Force. Paul Skeens.
Paul Skeens. That's a bad boy. Feel back good? We got our first out. All right. Oh, he's still in third. Trey's still in third. Trey Morgan. Shout out to Trey Morgan. Shout out to Trey Morgan in third. Shout out to Papa. DJ Papa was the first one to put us on there. Me and the fellas in the group message. It was like a year or two ago. He posted them. Shout out to his son Abe. He played baseball, football, and basketball. If you know Papa, you know I'm from, of course, DJing, Q93 legend and stuff like that. Right now, currently, one of the founders of Love and Heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? But the way he kept for his son, every endeavor in all those sports I see, make sure you get the training and everything like that. That's his number one priority. His best accomplishment. Proud of his son. And as a father, that's what you like. Being a father is all about, you know what I'm saying?
This is such a great example for anybody out there watching. You lose 24-4, doesn't mean the world ended. It means
ooh! Out of here! Damn! Woo! That's that boy second. 17-4. Lord. 394 feet. Yeah. LSU. LSU. Nigga, punishing that shit. Yeah, sending that shit. Lord. Lord. Hi. 1-1.
Tigers won an epic one in game one, and then the last two have just been run-scoring parties.
You said run-scoring parties. Run-scoring parties, huh?
Yesterday, and put in his back pocket at his start tonight.
Shout out to LSU. 18-4, top of the ninth. 2-1 to count. 1 out. 2-2. No, 3-1. I'm sorry, 3-1. Ball outside.
History of LSU as far as baseball players go.
That might be an out. That might be an out. Oh no, he ain't gonna get it. He got it. He got it. 2 outs.
Check out the smoothness of the left-handed stroke of Joe Bear.
Pause.
Joe Bomb, a hanging breaking ball, and does it get any prettier than that follow through? Great Joe Bear, lean back on it, young man. Enjoy the ride. One of the sweetest swings you will see in baseball.
Damn.
What a way to finish it up.
Damn. Oh, I didn't punish that bit, boy. Lord. Let's see if I look down just a little. All right, good. We good.
Jared Jones going to get a chance to hear the.
They took that whooping last night personal, did they? Did they, Doc?
USC's got 12 national titles.
Did they?
LSU with this one will
Gotta love it.
to 7.
Ball. 2 outs. 1-0.
Second all time. Second all time. Yeah, without the Longhorns.
Strike. Boy, ball. High. 2-0. 2 outs. Top of the ninth.
Dealt with some one-run games along the way.
Ooh. 2-1. Swing. Strike. Oh, good hit.
Jared Jones, pump your fist as he's bouncing at first base. That's the 24th hit.
Damn, Leo was looking shot.
23 was the game-tying one yesterday.
I like how they do this comparison. One look at one bent dugout, the other dugout. 24 hits today, 4 hits.
Nobody scored more than 7 runs in a game until yesterday. We got back-to-back record-setting offensive nights.
How about this, too? Since the start of 2017, there have been 6 College World Series. This would be the 5th different SEC team to win the game. It's one thing when a conference school wins a ton of them, and maybe it's just 1 or 2 programs, but 5 different programs since 2017 from the Southeastern Conference will be the champs. That is an incredible run from one conference.
Here we go. 1 strike. Bottom of the ninth. Here we go. Close it out, baby.
Nothing to be trendsetter. Like Angel Reese was saying, yeah, we got ourselves a natty. And it's contagious. Cruz, give me one. I'll take one. Yeah, give me one too.
Tough.
I wasn't, but
Come on. 1 out. 1 out. 2 more. 2 more.
A bit of a struggle for him, but he made a perfect throw, and they're 2 outs away.
Two outs. One more. One more.
The LSU Tigers identify Jay Johnson as the guy they want to lead this program, having brought Arizona to Omaha. Johnson did not want to leave, but he knew there was one place that would give him the opportunity to win every single season. He went in, he brought schemes over from Air Force. Tommy White ends up with 100-plus RBIs. Dylan Cruz will end up as a top 1 or 2 draft pick. The formula has led to this. And there will be a ton of emotion. As soon as they get this last out, Hill, Thomas will be the guy at the plate. No.
1-0. 2 outs. 1 more out for championship. Strike. Everybody got their phone now.
Outstanding tonight. Cooper.
Everybody got their phone now. It's crazy looking at today's world, 2023. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And this place is ready to explode in celebration.
Come on,
3
come
balls
on.
and a strike.
3-1. Come on, man. Throw it to him. Throw it to him. Fuck it. He can't score fucking 14 points in 1 hit. Let him throw it at him. Throw it at him. Strike his ass out. Trust your defense. Huh. There you go. Trust your defense. Got a runner.
Single to the left field keeps it going.
All right.
Good on Dale Thomas right there, too. Pushing that again. Gets a chance to go up there. Gets himself a knock.
Oh, man. Remind me. I got to still got to take the trash out, guys.
Colby Halter.
Strike.
Now a strike.
Here we go. Here we go. 0-2. Get him out of there.
This crowd clad in gold and purple have moved out of spots.
Let's go.
Let's
do it. Huh. Come on. Safe. It's almost there. It's almost. One more. One more. Come here. Come here, Safe.
But there's a whole lot of purple and gold.
There you go. There you go. LSU. 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 Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Yes, baby. LSU, baby. What up, Uptown Steve? Let's go. Put the mouths up for the boot, baby. LSU. 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 National champs, LSU, baby.
24-4 yesterday, less than 24 hours.
Bro? Look at him. Oh, man. LSU. 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 LSU.
From the start of the season, everybody identified the Tigers as the most talented team in the country.
Let's
It wasn't
go.
always perfect, but they figured out
Let's go.
on the mound down the stretch.
LSU. 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 Everybody sit here to sing. What's up, Saint? That was a great game, man. Great game at LSU. Great series by that, man. Tonight was awesome, man. Appreciate everybody that came in and joined with us, man. You rocked out with us. We was tuned in. Shout out to Chris, man. First of all, guys, shout out to Chris Conda for putting on faces, man. He had Larry Nance, Trey Murphy, and CJ McCollum to pull up on them. Great dialogue, great content, man. So shout out to Chris Conda, man. The link for the YouTube channel for it, where it's gonna be at. If you missed it, to catch the recording, it's in the description, man. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Boo Crew Media, man. Much love to them. Keep doing y'all thing, man. Shout out to LSU, man. Took the national title, 18-4. Much love, man. So hit that like button, share, and subscribe, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Till next time, y'all know what it is, man. LSU. You heard me? Yeah, man.